inherently in like who you are, y'all are violent. Like
Right.
y'all, and most of your violence has to do with people that's got a little bit of melanin.
We got some more lovely yapping from Jasmine Crockett, who I would deem is the worst congressperson in all of Congress. But again, that is a high bar to reach because that is a cesspool of a bunch of despicable individuals. But Jasmine Crockett going off on Republicans, saying that they are inherently violent. Here's the full clip.
They try to act like, oh, political violence, it's the Democrats and it's the liberals. And it's like, actually, I mean, I'm not going to say that like a left-leaning person cannot be violent, because that would be like crazy to say that somebody can't be. But baby, y'all got the white supremacists galore, okay? Like all of them. You got the Proud Boys, you got the neo-Nazis. You have people that literally should be classified as domestic terrorists, because a lot of times that is what they are doing. They are engaging in domestic terrorism. And guess what? They all align with your side.
Yeah.
Including the KKK. So like, I mean, this is who aligns with that. So like inherently in like who you are, y'all are violent. Like
Right.
y'all, and most of your violence has to do with people that's got a little bit of melanin. But nevertheless, like y'all are a violent group of people. Like you attract violent actors. And like, I'm sorry, I know they tried to make Black Lives Matter out to be the most violent. What about Black Lives Matter? No. So that's the thing. Like they try to pretend like that.
I lost a severe number of brain cells just in that minute alone, but I do have a couple takeaways, and here they are. My first takeaway would be that we are living and coexisting in two different realities. We have one, which I would consider as objective reality, which is the reality that I exist in. And then you have the second reality, which is the reality that the progressives and the leftists and the leftoids live in, which is this, that the KKK is still around, right? That there's all these major violent attacks from Republicans that are on black people, right? It's just like this preposterous thing. And we see it time and time again. Now, this was even characterized a little bit in a recent event that Brandon Tatum had did, and I can find a screen share, I'll put it on screen. But basically, he's just baffled at the way that these people were. Basically, their belief, they're crying because they think that at any living moment, that if Brandon Tatum wasn't giving out conservative talking points, we would want to also harm him as well. It's like, it's this insane belief, and it's even characterized in the study they did when they asked people, I mean, how many unarmed black individuals do they think are killed per year? And people were saying like upwards of like 1,000, 2,000, etc. When the number was considerably less than that. I think it was like double digits, if that. I mean, the difference in the way the media plays these things up versus like what reality is cannot be understated. And it's wild how we keep getting deeper into this and people are still able to hang on to their false reality. And I think a part of it is the fact, too, you have technology and screens and echo chambers as well. But it's wild to me that this progressive echo chamber at large, the big one, the big broad one, is still able to keep most people inside of its reach. You would think at some point there would have been enough of, reality shattering moments when you're disproved about what was being told to you that you wouldn't cling on to these ridiculous beliefs anymore. Point number 2 is the aligning of these neo-Nazi groups with like conservative and Republican conservatives at large. This is the most ridiculous and quite frankly, retarded thing I've ever heard. Anyone who follows conservative media knows it is met with constant disavows over and over again. I mean, we're still talking about the Fine People hoax from Charlottesville with Trump that's been disproved for 8 straight years now. Over and over and over again, continually being used when we know what the full context was. And then you have, basically anybody, right? Anyone even is halfway seen with Nick Fuentes, they won't even do it. And if they do, they have to give a preamble about how they disavow all of these groups. She even mentions the Proud Boys, who, again, the leader of the Proud Boys wasn't even a white individual. And then the most insane thing of all, too, is the KKK mention. Like everyone that has touched grass in the last, 4 years even, knows that that's it's a non-existent thing anymore. It is so socially unpalatable. I mean, it will damage your career, reputation, and lifestyle so much to even halfway even joke around that you're a part of something like that. That the idea that it's rampant inside the Republican Party is just, again, retarded. My third point, to broadly wrap all of this together, to put a pin in even why what Jasmine Crockett doesn't line up with what we know is actually happening, and is the continual false equivocation. It is when you get conservatives at large, and there's a lot of them, who are treating Shiloh Hendricks and what she did and her actions there as it is equally as egregious as what Carmelo Anthony did. And I think that is objectively false. And we all see it. Even Matt Walsh is taking heat for the stance that he took, because he basically was saying that he believes it's a good thing that Shiloh Hendricks is getting funds donated to her. Not that he condoned her behavior, but he can even draw the distinction and go, her saying a mean word does not equal stabbing someone and killing them. And for Jasmine Crockett to say this all this alignment, when you can see time and time again, conservatives will trip over themselves to not only disavow, but also, and to me, what I think is egregious falsehood, equivocate what Shiloh Hendricks did to the same level of like violence that happened in the Carmelo case, shows the extra level that conservatives will go to basically shoot themselves in the foot to ensure that they're not being called racist. And it's getting to a point where it is so over the top that it's actually denying reality. It's actually taking such a negative stance that now you have conservatives have to break away to find the nuance, because that position is tripping over itself to say, hey, wait, I'm not racist. And then you have Jasmine Crockett say what she did here. Outright retarded. But that's all I have to say for this little bit of the video. I know it was a bit of a shorter one. I did do some soul searching for some clips. A lot of the ones that came out recently today are basically not fit for YouTube. Is probably the best way I can say that. But if you made it this far, make sure you smash the like button. It does help my channel out quite a bit. And I just want to say thank you for making it this far. And I will catch you in the next one. Take care.